You've interestingly played quite a few pleating roles, haven't you?
Yeah.
What have you made of them when you compare that to? And I know that you follow the news, all the time. How have you compared like pleating on television to the pleating roles in reality?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I don't know. I mean, when I watch things, which is all done in a smart room with a, one computer up on the wall and people are doing all this sort of thing, I always think, well, it's obviously not like that.
Mm.
I think it's probably much more. I tend to watch those programs like 24 Hours in Police Custody, where you get
Yes.
a real
And do you
sense
like
of
them? Do you like them?
what the that program.
Yeah, I mean, do you find it fascinating finding out what they've done and how the police put it all together?
I find it staggering. I find their patience staggering, because you can
Mm.
see that they're often held back by so many different things. I mean, even a phone call to the CPS could just destroy everything in 1 second.
Yeah.
All the months of work, and I think it's one of the most fascinating programs, because it really does show you the difficulties
Mm.
and the constraints a lot of the time. That and also what I've also found, it's sort of shown a growing sort of meh attitude to the police, which they have to deal with.
Yeah.
An increasing aggression and increasing
With
sort of
violence and
yes. And so I find it one of the most remarkable programs.
do you think you could be a police officer, James?
Do you know, I've often thought about that. Because I think that justice thing is in my head. I get furious. I'm not sure I could take the. I'm not sure I could be as calm and as rational as learning that my case had fallen through and knowing
Mm.
that a double rapist is let out onto the streets. I'm not sure I have that calm ability to say, right, we have to start all over again. I think
How
I'd
do you
be too
deal with
close.
stress? Do you think you could deal with kind of quite serious, complex situations evolving in front of you?
Yes, that I think I could deal with, because I'm quite tenacious like that.
Mm.
I've got a terrier instinct, but I think after being a terrier, you then have to sort of give up your bone, don't you? And terriers don't
Yeah.
like giving up their bone to other people. So that's the part I'd have difficulty with. But the actual work itself, I think I'd be quite ferocious about it.
And in terms of morality and the backbone of justice, that's something that runs quite strong through you, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I cannot. I mean, I watch a lot of true crime, as you know, and we've discussed before, and the shenanigans that go on when you deeply. I mean, I'm not saying I know it all, but I know a significant amount. And when you see this backstage shenanigans of what goes on and the technicalities that some cases are dropped on, or I mean, for example, just the case, let's say, of the Ken and Barbie, Carla Homolka, getting to live her life after there was proof on videotapes that she was actively involved as much as Paul Bernardo. That I find those are the things that really get me.
And do you think if you were a police officer, do you think you'd struggle? I mean, do you struggle sleeping? Does the day
Yes,
to day you do because things worry you and you get stressed about
yes,
things?
and I dream every night. I mean, but
Do you?
vividly every night, every single night.
Gosh.
And so I know some people do and some people don't, but I
And
dream
do you think those
vividly,
dreams?
vividly.
Do those dreams me? I have. Do you think they have meaning to them? The dreams?
I think they're trying to put, with the craziness that's going on in the world today, especially if you're on social media.
Mm.
I think it's my brain sort of trying to figure out what's just happened for the last 24 hours, and which makes you get up the next day and think, okay, right, well, I can deal with this now. My brain's processed all that madness. We now press reset and we do it all over again. I'm not sure that you know, of the messages of the dreams, but I do know, you know, the feelings of panic or the feelings of stress and things, they all come out in my sleep.